What's up, guys? It's your boy Ethan, and today, checking back in. We're here outside lovely Redondo Beach. I mean, the views are insane, and with our boy Mariano, and we're gonna be going to the Hustler pretty soon. Meetup game today, 2-3 after the whacking and spanking that we got, but I had to come back here, decompress a little bit, and just see how absolutely beautiful California is. I mean, just like the views all around look so surreal. We're a long ways from Boston, and today we're just gonna focus on just having a good time here. Can't wait to meet a bunch of you guys from around the LA area. First meetup game here in California, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So big shout out to Hustler for letting us host this. And we're gonna hop in there about like an hour and fire the game up. So gonna enjoy the views for a little bit longer, and from there head over to the Hustler and run it up in this 2-3 500 max game. Mainly just gonna have a good time, gonna have a few drinks. I think I have a beer chugging contest today with our buddy Fish Poker, so that'll be fun to watch me get absolutely destroyed because he's like ridiculously good beer chugger. Anyways, let's head to the Hustler. We walk into the Hustler 2-3 meetup game, and we're greeted by a bunch of friendly people here ready to catch some punts. One of which, Fish Poker, big shout out to you. Thank you for the presents. And we tried to do a beer chugging contest that he clearly decimated me in. But we're starting things off about 15 minutes in. We're one beer chug in, one shot deep, and we got another shot on the way. So people are trying to get me really drunk. And one of the first hands we play a double board PLO bomb pot, 9 ways to 2 flops, $10 each. We pick up Jack 10, 5, 6, and on flop number 1, we flop the absolute nuts straight. Flop number 2, it's Jack high with top pair, so it seems okay. So with the nuts on one board and top pair on the other, I decide to pot it in early position to $90. We get the cutoff to put in a raise to $300. Action folds to me. I've got 500 in stack as that's the max buy-in here, and not going to fold. I rip it all in, and right off the bat, he makes the call, and we're already all in this double board PLO bomb pot. We show our cards. He has the nuts on the top, and he says he has a wrap on the bottom, so I'm pretty much getting free rolled, unfortunately. We're off to the run out where the first turn's a brick, second turn is a 10. Brings in his straight, but we improve to 2 pair. The rivers are both bricks, and unfortunately, we do not win this pot. We actually get quartered in his PLO bomb pot. We pay him about $375. We win 25% of the total pot here, and starting off in the red already. No better way to spice things up again, like another PLO double board bomb pot on the next table. This time it's $15, 9 ways, and we get to look at our cards. King 4, 3, 8, and flop number 1 brings us trips. 4, 4, Jack, and flop number 2 comes Ace, King high, so we've got a pair there. When the player to my right throws out a bet of $50, seems a little too small. We have some decent kickers on the top board, and I don't know, man. I'm ready to gamble. Let's see what happens. I pot it up, and it's a size of 270, which is pretty large, and over half of my stack. The player to my left, under the gun, makes the call for less. Action folds around to the player to my right. He covers me, and he makes the call as well. So I've got about like 200 left in my stack, and we're certainly going all in. Going to the turn, the first one is a 3. We boat up. Turn number 2 comes a brick that is inconsequential to our hand. The player to my right jams, and we have a full house. We have absolutely nothing on the second board, though, so we just make the call with so little behind. Once again, we are gambling. Off to a run out, 3 ways, all in. The first river is another 4. We see quads, Bink City there. We know we're gonna scoop one of them up. It's our lucky number somehow. River on the 2, we do not improve. I show my quads in this PLO double board bomb pots. We chop up the main and win some of the side money. So it's nice to at least get some money back in this hand in a 3-way all in. Although we kind of got crushed the first time around. How's your night going so far?
It's fine, bro. How's your night going?
How's your night going so far?
All in.
All in.
Well done, well done.
All right, enough with the PLO double board bomb pot shenanigans. That's a mouthful. This, we play some normal hold'em. We pick up ace-10 offsuit in the big blind. There is an only gun open to 15 bucks. 2 players make the call, and on to me here on this table. Just sat down. I'm gonna make the call as well and see what happens. The flop is pretty good. 10, 10, 6, 2 diamonds, trips with the best kicker possible. I check, and the only gun player puts in a bet of $20. The cutoff makes the call now, and I think this $20 bet is just a little too small. There's a flush drawer out there. We're out of position. Let's try to get more money in the middle. I put in a raise and size up to 100. The player on my left now thinks about it for a while, tanks and goes over his options, and ultimately likes to put money in the middle. He rips it all in. Looks like he's been watching too many of my videos. Then the cutoff also makes the call for 325, but he's all in for less. So now onto me. We have a really good hand. Looks like everyone's all in. I'm not going to go anywhere, obviously, with trips and the best kicker. I make the call as well. So once again, another 3-way all in. It's Action City at this meetup game. The run out comes, turn is a diamond. The river is another diamond. So our trips has downgraded as any diamond holding makes a flush. And unfortunately, the player on my left has pocket jacks with 1 diamond, and he scoops everything as the cutoff had 10-9 of spades. Not running well this time. We reload on and add more money to the table, and this time we pick up ace-king offsuit. In the hijack, there's an ungun player who straddles to $6, and I open it up to 25. Action folds to the button player who 3-bets to 100. Action folds to me now at this point, and we are just not in a folding mood. Considering it's also a straddled pot, so stack sizes are a little bit more shallow. He's got 350 in stack, and yep, we're just going to go all in and hope for the best. So I close my eyes, jam, he snaps it off, which is a horrible feeling, but he shows pocket 10s, so it looks like we're just gonna go for a flip. We're off to a run out. Let's improve.
All right. Good luck, brother.
The run out comes, and of course, no ace, no king, pocket 10s will scoop. Really can't win a hand this session unless we somehow river quads. Seems like that's the only way possible.
Jesse.
After we successfully knock over Mariano's chips, we look down at ace-jack of hearts under the gun, and we straddle to $6. Action folds to the big blind player to my right, and he limps in for 6. With a pretty good starting hand right now, or at the very least in blackjack, we have 21, which is really good, but who knows what happened after the flop here in poker. I put in a raise to $30, try to get more money in, and now this player decides to limp raise to $100. This player has about 330 behind, and the issue with this spot with calling the 100 is that the stack to pot ratio seems really low. Calling equals $200 in the middle, and with only 330 to play for, it's not really a great spot to be in. So I think it's a much better spot to just jam or fold, and you already know the drill. Folding is boring. We rip it all in and jam, and he doesn't look too happy about this situation and ultimately ends up folding. He folds the 8 of hearts, saying he had queen 8. So maybe if we called, saw a flop with a few hearts, that would have been really cool for us. But at the very least, we take down the second winning hand of the night. We're kind of getting crushed. Next spot with king 4 of clubs in the cutoff, there is a straddle on, and action folds to me. I decide to raise this one up to $25, and only the straddler defends for a call. Going to a flop of 6-6-4, 2 diamonds, he checks to me, and you can't really ask for much more with king 4. Flopping a pair is going to be good enough for us. I put in a bet of $20. He makes the call. Off to a turn, which comes a deuce of diamonds. The flush does complete, but it's a pretty safe card for a pair of 4s. He checks in the dark, and I decide to size up larger here to 100. I think I can be good a lot of the time, although this bet is really slim for value. But for $100, he comes along again. And we're off to a river, which is the 9 of clubs. He checks for a 3rd time, and I don't see too much merit in betting this one. So I check it back with a pair of 4s. He shows us the ace of diamonds for ace high. And just like that, we scoop another pot. 2 in a row. We are on a roll.
Yep, there's a hand.
Nice hand.
Good hand.
Looks like the poker gods know the momentum is finally on our side. We looked in at pocket kings on the button. There's a straddle on as well. Finally, we've been waiting all day for a hand. We open it up to $25, and no less do we get the small blind, big blind, and undergun player to call. So everyone comes along. The flop comes king, 3 deuce, rainbow, gin flop with top set. Action checks to me. We're multi-way. I certainly can bet this, but it seems very slim for someone to have anything on this board, given we have top sets. I just check it back. When the turn comes an ace, beautiful looking card. Even better, the big blind throws out a bet of $30, and the undergun player decides on a call. Definitely time to raise it up and release the trap. I size for a raise to 125. Small blind gets out of the way, and now onto this big blind player who bet out the 30. He thinks for a while and ultimately thinks that 125 is not enough. He raises to 325 total, so it's $200 more, and he only has about $200 behind. So when action folds to me, I'm just going to rip it all in and commit stacks, and he ends up making the call. Please, let's try to win one of the more significant pots here that I've played so far. We're off to a river. The river is a 3 boating up here, and we've got to assume our hand's good. I show my hand. This player shows us ace queen. So really nice to scoop up the chips here our way. Big shout out to Harry, and gotta respect his needle after losing the pot to me. Gotta love it.
There you go.
No, that hand wasn't good enough.
There you go.
You got it, Harry. Harry has something incredible to say.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Yeah, nice hands, good call.
I'm on 2.
All right, well, today we are ending the session of the meetup game of the 2-3 stakes. Safe to say I had a few beers, a handful, more than a handful. Who knows at this point? There was an earthquake, apparently, and I didn't feel it. There's not too many vlog-worthy hands, unfortunately. I mean, I played for like 6 hours, which is a good amount of time, and unfortunately, we got torched in the beginning, and we were in for $2,000. And out for about $1,800, so minus $200 today on the session. Couldn't find a winning session today to rebound from, obviously, last night. That didn't go that well, but today was great. I'm gonna stop walking because I think the camera's really shaky. But outside the Hustler, today was awesome. Really cool meeting everyone that watched the vlogs, and it was incredible. So thank you everyone that watched, and thank you everyone that tuned in and that came today. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm like multiple beers, and then there's that. But we survived today. On to the 5-5 tomorrow, the meetup game. Thank you everyone that tuned in. Thank you to everyone that's going to show up tomorrow. It'll be fun. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.